Hey everybody, 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. Sunday in between games. Well, the 4 o'clock games have just started, but just wanted to quick give you an update here on what the tropics are looking like, and obviously with Lee sitting out there. So let's go to it right now. Let me show you a picture of Lee. You can see here, actually pretty decent looking storm. This is the visible satellite. Trying to get the eye going here. Trying to do it again. You can see right down in there. And it looks like it's trying to clear out just a little bit. It's been kind of a tough go, to be honest with you. Let me show you some of the models. I want to go back to just the Hurricane Center here. Let's start with that because that basically tells the story as well. We've got, oh, that's not it, right here. Right now, it's got winds of 110 miles per hour and pressure's up to 958. And most of the forecast is generally in that range, if not coming down a little bit. You can see the track now from the Hurricane Center. Let me go ahead and pull it up for you. You can see they keep it as a major hurricane through Wednesday morning, then decrease the intensity as it moves to the north. So the turn is there. Everybody's been worried about the turn. It's definitely there. It's been there. Forecast models, you can see here, they're really well good agreement here. There's Bermuda, by the way, right in there. All right. You can see the ensemble models from the European. There's Bermuda right there. So they're to the west, and they do go up towards Nova Scotia. There are a couple lines out here that I know people that live there like to see that line. Oh, that line, that means it's going to hit us. What you're looking at is basically that black line. That's kind of more of the average of all of them. And then you can see here on the GFS. The GFS has got a couple more coming over in this direction, although I think actually the center at least will stay offshore. So we're going to have to watch that for the tail end of this upcoming work week towards Saturday as well for this area, just in case, right? Now, here's good news for that. We're talking intensity here, and you can see Cat 3 right now, still a major hurricane, but it looks like it will basically end up being, well, 111's major. It will be kind of hovering in Cat 3, maybe Cat 4, but then decreasing by the time it starts turning north and moving up towards the northeast or just off the northeast coast. So that's good news there. Here's what it looks like on the GFS model. You can see it looking pretty decent here. There's actually going to be some wind shear on it here, and that's going to help decrease the intensity and push it to the north. This is Thursday morning. Now, notice it's due west of Bermuda by Thursday night, 11 p.m., kind of due east of Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. And then now you can see it going north-northeast towards, well, look at the GFS, tries to recurve it and then coming back out. Basically, that's the southwest tip of Nova Scotia right there. All right? So somewhere, I would say Nova Scotia more than anything else, less New England, but definitely going to get some wind and some rain possible down on the Cape. We'll have to watch that and watch down eastern parts of Maine. All right? And again, this forecast track's going to change. While we're here, right, we're following this storm coming up here like this, right? What? What is that? There's actually a system that just came off of Africa. It's sitting out here now that has about a 40% chance of developing days 3 through 7. Look what the GFS does. This is a week from tomorrow. It has a tropical storm here. And then look at that. It blows it up a little bit closer to the Turks and Caicos and the Bahamas, a little bit closer. And this is the run that you've probably seen on the internet today. Comes right up the East Coast, right? That's just about, the worst thing that you could think of. This will change, right? So I just want you to know that. This, by the way, is that date right there. I'm talking to all you in the Delmarva. That's the 24th. That's basically 2 weeks away. Do not believe forecast models 2 weeks away, okay? I just want you to know that this thing is going to be out there. We'll have to keep an eye on it. This is the European version. Here comes Lee right here, west of Bermuda. This is this Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and there it is right towards Nova Scotia by the time we get towards Sunday, midday. All right, here's the second wave, right? You see it picks up on it as well. So we've got both models seeing it. This one, though, takes it east of Bermuda. Bermuda is right here. All right. GFS comes, and European does this. All right. Again, guys, 2 weeks out. Don't get worried about anything like that right now. Let's focus on Lee at this point. Here are the another look at the ensembles for the GFS. Pretty good agreement here, right? Good agreement. Here comes that second wave. All right, let's go out. You can see there's a little bit of spread back to the west here, but there's more spread to the east. All right, now let's look at our wave down at the bottom. Look at this. Just look at the spread. And so people that are seeing this thing coming up the East Coast, the model itself thinks that it could be anywhere in here. The one run that goes like that is one of 30, right? That model, the same model, is saying it could be up the East Coast like that in 2 weeks almost. This is a week and a half out, but it also could be anywhere in here. So that's what you have to understand about watching forecast models is you cannot look at any one model run, especially past about 5 to 7 days. And the model run that brings that second storm up the East Coast, that one's 2 weeks out. So look, you know, you're trying to plan a birthday party in 3 days for little Jimmy outdoors on a Saturday, and I tell you it's going to rain. You're going to go, oh, it ain't going to rain. Go ahead and plan outdoors anyways. You don't buy it in 3 days, right? Don't buy a 2 week forecast model. All right, that's the GFS. Here is the ensembles of the European. Very good agreement. You see most of it stays offshore. Nova Scotia, down East Maine, those areas we don't really watch it. Here comes our second system at the bottom of your screen down here. Very good agreement. Remember this one, the one model that I showed you, the main run comes up here. Bermuda is somewhere in here. Where's Bermuda? Right here. So it goes up towards Bermuda. But look at the spread, right? It thinks it's anywhere in there. So again, way far out in time. Definitely not worried about it at this point. These two that you see here, Margot on the right, and that's Lee on the left. Here comes our second system, or third in this point. See a little purple showing up down here at the bottom? That could be our next system right in there. That's the one where the European goes like this and the GFS goes like that. And that's the one where I just showed you all of the changes that are there. All right, so that is where we are on this Sunday afternoon. Surf. There will be surf up and down the East Coast, all of the islands. You have a cruise. They're probably going to be, depending on where you're going, probably not going to Bermuda. Probably, Puerto Rico, I don't know, unless they go down around. Bahamas probably, because once you get in Nassau, once you get in Coco Cay, you're pretty well blocked from the swell. But that's all it is. It's swell. It's not wind. You don't have hurricane force winds and rain closer to the Bahamas. It's just not going to happen with this storm. It's too far out there. All right. So that's it. Quick update for our Sunday afternoon. Go Bucks. Yeah, pretty good win out there. I'll keep you updated coming up all of this week right here